I don't think I did the step ladder joke, but I do the step ladder joke? I don't know, but I'm gonna do it again just in case. I was cleaning out my garage here, my studio garage, and I've been looking for my step ladder, and I finally found it. My kid had put it in a corner, and I couldn't find it, but I found it. And I was sad for a moment, and I was glad that I had found my step ladder, but I realized that I never knew my real ladder. In your seated position, just practice your breathing. I hope I didn't use that last week, but I may have. I apologize if I did. We're just practicing breathing into our bellies. In through our nose, and down into our belly, and then just kind of letting the air out. And the focus of today will be, last week we started working on working our torso sideways, and we're going to continue that, just doing a lot of torso work that's going to strengthen our core, strengthen our hips. All right, let's do one more breath here. Let's roll forward into a tabletop so that we are on hands and knees, and your hands are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. And we'll just do some cows and cats. And in cow, we'll inhale, drop our belly, just inhaling into your belly and then dropping it, sticking out your butt a little bit and lifting up your hips. Your head. And then when you're done inhaling, arch your back into cat as you let the air out. This is meant to be a very slow movement and constant movement while you are inhaling and exhaling. Good. Let's do one more round. Inhale into cat or into cow. And exhale into cat. Take your hands to the top of the mat. We'll come into a downward dog. And in downward dog, we're still just primarily focused on your breath. So inhale up on your tiptoes, bring your heels up, and then on the exhale, extend one heel down and just exhale gently. And inhale up, exhale, and bring your heel down. Good. And then do both heels down on the next exhale. And inhale up and exhale, try to bring your collarbones just a little bit more. One more breath here. Then we'll inhale, look to the top of the mat, and as you exhale, walk your feet into a forward fold. These are always the most awkward when I'm first awake. Inhale into a half lift, because just everything is a little stiff and nothing wants to move. Fall down or fall forward into a forward fold, and then all the way up as you inhale, bring your arms up overhead, hands together, and then exhale, and then bring your hands together. Good. All right. So we're going to do this whole routine a few times. Just as a way of building some flow-ish. So we'll do the first part slowly. So let's say inhale, step back with your right foot, and we'll come into a crescent lunge. Right? And we do these quite a lot. So crescent lunge is like a warrior one. You can have your hands on your hips. You can have your hands on your shoulders. You can have your hands in the air. You can also try to look up. Then inhale and kind of try to lean your torso back, push your back heel into the ground. The inhales are always more challenging because your front body is open. Good. Just keep slowly moving. All right, now we're going to inhale, bring your left hand forward. I'm sorry, bring your right hand forward. And then I'm going to turn around just so you can see. Right hand forward, left hand back into a crescent lunge twist. So obviously the inhale is to bring your shoulders back, just like we were doing with Warrior One. Just keep doing a gentle twist. Good. Now we're going to inhale, drop your left hand. So it's going to be like doing a reverse warrior, but backwards. Lift up your arm. And again, we're trying to do a twist and a lean back at the same time. Inhale and just lean. So you're just pushing back on your back heel and leaning back. Okay, good. Now, drop your hands to your waist. You're going to do that flip around. So turn your feet. I'm going to turn you backwards for a second. Turn your feet around. So now that your left foot is facing forward. Okay, so now we're back into crescent lunge. All right. You got it okay? There we go. So crescent lunge. Everything is pointing forward. Your back heel is straight. In warrior, it will be dropped, but in crescent lunge, it's straight, which makes the balance a little more challenging. So you can bring your feet out if you need to. And again, the inhale is to come forward. The exhale is to lean back. Good. Now, one more breath here. Inhale, and as you exhale, reach forward with your left hand and bring your right hand back. Now the balance gets a little trickier. Good. Now then the inhale is to come back a little bit. The exhale is to open up. There you go. Good. You got it. Okay, good. One more breath here. All right, good. Now, inhale, drop your right hand, lift up your left, and to the reverse crescent lunge twist. So you're twisting and bending backwards at the same time, holding on for, I was going to say holding on for dear life, but you're trying not to. You're just trying to Stay in one place. There you go. That looks really good. All right. One more breath. All right. Drop your hands and then walk your left foot forward and just take a bit of a break. We go on time. Perfect. All right. So, as always, you can make these as hard or as not hard as you want to by how far you're stepping back. Because if you don't step back very far, then your front knee, more of your weight is balanced. The more that you are in a tough position, then I'm just trying to say it. I'm not going to do that. Then obviously it's harder work. So keep that in mind as you're choosing to get into your poses. All right, so we're going to do that same thing, but a little bit faster. All right, here we go. Inhale, we're in our mountain pose. Hands at our side. Inhale, step back with your right foot into crescent lunge. I'm going to turn this way for a moment. Inhale, lift your right hand forward, left hand back. And then inhale and rotate, bring your left hand up, right hand up, left hand back. I think I may have gotten this backwards last time. Because they're all about reverses and reverses and reverses, and I get confused. But this is a lot like reverse lunge, and that's what the reverse warrior rather, this is what it's supposed to be. Good, all right, here we go. Rotate your feet. And now I just rotated a complete circle rotate. Now your left is forward and we're in, it's crescent lunge coming this way. Left foot forward, right foot back. Inhale and then rotate. Good, now bring your right hand up, left hand down. Good, and then come down, bring your right foot forward. All right, now what we're gonna do is then, it's gonna be kind of cool. We're gonna do the routine we just did, but then reverse everything and be in a warrior two, reverse warrior, and then roll everything forward into a side angle. All right, so do the same routine. Inhale, bring your right foot back into a crescent lunge. And we're going to do this first part at a regular pace. So we'll inhale, exhale, and rotate. And then we'll do the warrior ones at a slow pace. And we'll inhale and bring your right hand up, left hand down. Okay, now here comes the fun part. You're going to rotate all the way around, drop your back heel, adjust your front foot. We're going to come into the warrior two. I know, it's kind of a fun transition. All right, so remember in warrior two, and we're going to be here for a little bit. Front knee bent, back leg straight, with just a little softness in your back leg. So you don't want to lock it out, but you don't want to be bent. The inhale is to kind of open. The exhale is to rotate your shoulders. Look out over your left hand. The inhale is dropping or rotating your right shoulder forward a little bit, bringing it back. Good. Now we're going to inhale and come into reverse warrior. Drop your right hand, bring your left up. So the opposite of what we were doing before. And the inhale is still again bringing your torso up, and the exhale is bringing it back. Breathe into your belly and then lean back. So you're trying to bring, it should feel like you're trying to bring your right shoulder to your right knee. Obviously, you're not going to get there, but that's the direction you're trying to go. You can bring your right hand and just keep sliding it down towards your knee, or you can wrap it around your lower back. Good. And now inhale and bring your right hand up into the air, and we're going to point it forward and up. So kind of at the seam between the wall and the ceiling. And then bring your elbow to your thigh. So your left elbow to your left thigh. So the inhale is to drop your right shoulder a little. The exhale is to rotate back. So again, you're trying to open your torso by bringing your shoulder back. Good. Now let's raise your torso as you inhale. Bring your feet facing forward and then exhale down to a wide stance forward fold. I usually have to start with my hands on my knees because my back won't release. But then as you inhale and exhale, you can start bringing your hands down to the mat. I'm not quite ready for that yet. Just the hands on your legs give you a little bit more support of your torso. Kind of give it a tripod. It's just a chance to relax your body after the work you just did. All right, let's slowly raise up. Rotate, so now your right foot is forward and your left is back in our crescent lunge. Good, so again, we're doing that whole routine again. So right foot forward, left foot back, pushing our left heel back. The inhale is up on the torso, back. And we're doing this a little quickly, this first part, and then we'll go slowly with the warriors. Good. All right, then we'll inhale, and we're going to bring, I should go the other direction. Left hand forward. I'm going to rotate myself, so don't ignore me. Left hand forward, right hand back. In our twist. There you go. And then inhale and bring your right arm down and your left hand up. All right, good. Now comes the fun part. You're going to inhale, rotate all the way around, drop your back heel and come into warrior. Good. All right, I'm going to go back where I was. I think that's why I'm getting confused. I keep having to move around to be in front of the camera. Good. Nicely done. All right. So, warrior, look out over your front, your right hand. Yeah, that's it. And you're just reaching your hands out on the exhale. So check your back leg, that's straight, your front knee is over your front ankle. Just reach into it. Make sure that your Not leaning forward with your torso, but that you're smack dab in the middle. Good. Now we're going to do the reverse of what we did earlier. We're going to bring our inhale, and then as we exhale, bring your right hand up, left hand down into reverse warrior. So again, now we're trying to fold ourselves sideways with our left shoulder coming towards our left knee, and our right shoulder up and back. Inhale up, exhale back. Remember to keep your back leg straight. Little bit of a soft knee. Let's do one more breath. Good. Now we're going to rotate, inhale. And as we exhale, bring our right elbow down into our right thigh. Left arm rolls up and points at the ceiling. So again, you're trying to feel like you've got a straight line from your foot to your hand via your hip. And then rotate your back shoulder on the exhale. There you go. Breathe into your belly when you inhale and when you relax the pose. And as you exhale, just let it out. Don't try to force it out or think about it. Just 2 more breaths. That's it. You got it. All right, now roll up. Bring your hands up. We're going to come all the way back to our mountain pose. Bring your feet together. Walk to the front of the mat. Whew. Walk out all the tension you just built. We're going to build up just a little bit more, not with that routine or bad jokes. Last week, I think we started working on trees. And we talked about how when you're in line at a grocery store or when you're waiting for anything, just pick up your 1 foot and just practice being on 1 foot. Because we talked about how there are 2 ways of your balance. One, your ears that you can't do much about, but one is musculature and strengthening because your stabilizer muscles get weak with age. So what we're going to do today is another way of practicing that. So let's get the weight on your left foot and come on your tiptoes on your right. So with tree, we opened up your knee. This time we're doing it straight up. So we're just going to bring your knee up. Okay. And again, you can always have your toes forward. Focus on something in front of you. So there's a little less balance because you've got a weight out here in the tree. You don't here. We'll do just 2 more breaths. But again, this is another way of standing in line and building up the stabilizer muscle, which I'm sure you're feeling right now, especially in your ankles. And then come on down. Whew. That's a lot, isn't it? All right. Weight on your right foot. On your tiptoes with your left. And lift it up. And again, just focus on that spot on the floor. Stare at it and breathe into your belly. and bring it down. Good. All right. Top of the mat again. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down into a forward fold. Inhale into a half lift. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Walk your feet back into a downward dog. And then we'll inhale, walk your feet forward a little bit. Come into a seated position. Now I just cross my ankles, roll back, and we're going to come back onto our backs with our knees in the air. Hands at the side with your palms down. Lift up your knee. I'm sorry, let's not do that way. Let's lift up your left knee, cross it over your right. And then inhale and drop your knees over to the left as you look over to the right. Just going to open up our lower back. So you should feel this through your lower back, maybe in your outer hips. Inhale up. Always adjust where your, look at this, right foot is. To adjust where you're feeling this. Your lower back and your outer hip are the targets. And we're just trying to add on to the rotational stress that we were adding with the reverse warriors and the reverse crescent lunge twists. Let's do one more. All right, now bring your foot back. Find your breath. Now bring your right leg up, cross it over onto your left, and then inhale and bring your knees over to the right, look over to your left. Same deal where you're feeling this hopefully in your lower back or the outside of your left hip. Lift up, exhale out. Just hear rain outside. I swear we have enough rain for April showers to have a lot of Mayflowers. Two more breaths here, and then we will wrap up. So my inhales are a little quick because I'm sucking in the air, but then the exhales, we're just trying to let it go slowly. So I'm just truly trying to let the air out. All right, bring your knees up. Roll yourself into a seated position. So we haven't talked about this for a while, but the word namaste that we end yoga classes with is really a traditional word that kind of means a gratitude for the universe. And so when we say namaste, it's like thanking the universe for our presence and for the presence of everybody else in the room. And I want you to think of that as we are ending. So let's bring your hands to your side. Inhale up. And exhale, hands together. Bring them down to heart center. I appreciate your presence here and I'm grateful for joining us today. Namaste. All right, well, thank you for joining us and thank you for coming to simplendurancecoaching.com. If you have more yoga questions, Please set up a virtual coffee. Let's talk about your training. Let's talk about yoga and strength and how you can build all those together to achieve your adventure goals. All right, thanks.